In the running for the Champions League spots at home to Everton, Conor McNamara, watch this one.
Felt you were very dominant, a lot of possession, a lot of territory. Were you disappointed that you hadn't scored more than one goal in that first half?
It already happened many times this season that we are not able to score more goals and to kill the game. But second half, I think we drop a little bit, but overall, I think we defend quite well. We create some chances, so overall, I think we deserve to win the game.
We were fortunate, maybe fortunate only to go 1-0 down at half-time, but we'd stuck at it and grew into the game as it went on, and I thought we played really well in the second half. A bit unlucky not to get it, just probably lacking the quality to try and get a finish at the end of some of our play.
The goal that decided the game was very well taken from Nico Jackson. I believe that's the first time he scored in the Premier League from outside the penalty area.
I mean, maybe in the Premier League, but I see him doing loads in training, so I'm not surprised, So yeah, I'm really happy for him.
The fact their goalkeeper Robert Sanchez gets named Player of the Match tells its own story, I guess.
Yeah, I thought their goalkeeper made a really good save from Dwight. I've had a first look and I just wondered if the other corner was open, so maybe the boys can have a look at it in the studio and see what they think.
Well, we'll get on to that in a little while, what the studio think. But what the studio thought, first of all, starting with you, Joe, is that Everton tried something a little bit different.
Yeah, they looked like they were up for trying a little bit new today, a little bit more expansive, which is easier said than done, and as that proves in the first 20 minutes. Ball into Mikalenko here. We've seen many times an Everton team flip it into the corner and play for possession, play for territory, sorry. But instead, he decides to go into Njai. He's got options to go back, but if you're going to play, you need an option and then another option. You need to be playing chess. The whole team needs to be on board with it. And once he decides to go into him, Garner has to make himself available. And Chelsea realised they're starting to play a little bit of football today, but there's only one option. So once Caicedo and an impressive press means that he can't get that pass off, they can smother him, turn it over, and now Everton are far more open than they have been all season. They're able to get it into Jackson and create their first chance of the afternoon. And this was a little pattern in the first probably 25 minutes. Not seen that too much from Everton. The 1-2, Palmer, intelligent pressing, cutting the lines. And then once we turn here and he wants to get it into Beto, Chelsea are very aware that once we do go into Beto, Njai is the only option. Again, intelligent, able to turn the ball over, and straight away Chelsea are on the attack. Into Jackson, turn. Doesn't quite get his shot off, but they're looking dangerous. That's 2 warning shots in the first couple of minutes.
I think as well, this is something that Chelsea have definitely worked on in the week. I think that press initially, but when Beto's receiving the ball, it's about aggressive pressure, but also Jackson's positioning. I think when you're so expansive and you play out, that in position is important and allows you to get on the half turn, allows you to have a little bit more breathing space to get your shot away. And from this angle here, you see Chalobah getting really aggressive, but the position of Enzo, it's not just about admiring your pass, it's about getting back, it's about helping your defenders, but also blocks a passing lane there. And once they win the ball back, it's so simple just to pass it to Jackson's feet. But from here, it's a great finish for someone that's been out injured for a while. And you can see from Jordan Pickford's reaction, he's not very happy with how it's gone.
Because every time it's played into someone's feet, you can't just have the one option.
No, you really can't. I think with Beto, obviously, his strength is holding the ball up, but unless you've got someone to pass to, and Chelsea had numbers in that midfield area, so they were able to block off people that he was trying to support. And I think, for me, Chelsea were really good at that today.
On to our next goalkeeping masterclass.
Yeah.
There are often two sides, aren't there, to Robert Sanchez, and we kind of saw it again today.
Yeah, and he's proven it through the season, and there's question marks around him. There's no doubt about that. And a lot of that is embodied in this game today. When you've got a top-end goalkeeper, you need someone who's going to keep the drama to a minimum. And Robert Sanchez, this is not the first time we've seen it in the season, and it's not the only time we'll see it in the game. Getting involved, making late decisions, his defenders not quite knowing what he's doing. He manages to get the ball there, but could have easily given away a penalty. Second half, ball spoons up. Chelsea players are thinking, is Robert coming? Is he going to catch it? What's he going to do? And that's really difficult in a young team, because you need that experienced goalkeeper who's going to keep the calmness. But there's a reason that Robert Sanchez plays for Chelsea, and there's a reason that he's in the Premier League, because he's an incredible saver of a football. And I think this is a great example of it. And he wins man of the match today, because this was the first real shot in anger that Everton had. And that is he's so athletic, so athletic, so strong. That's such a sharp save. And as we get into the 87th minute, his team are winning 1-0, trying to get into the Champions League. His athleticism there is emphasised. Many goalkeepers aren't even able to turn and make that save, let alone the spring. It probably looks a bit over the top, but that's the brilliance of him, and that's his superpower, his athleticism. And look, credit where it's due, he won his team the points today.
I'm not sure Dwight McNeil could have gone the other way, could he? As David Moyes
Would have been a bit of a worldie if he could, I think.
Very, very simply, if you've got a goalkeeper who's a great shot stopper like that, but looks a bit wobbly when coming for the ball, can you, as a centre-half, try and protect your goalkeeper in some way? As in, take more charge of certain parts of the box?
Yeah, I think for me, I think it's about just keeping things simple and allowing that kind of confidence and knowing what your goalkeeper's good at. And I think for someone that's really good at taking cross, it's allowing them to be able to do that. And obviously, for me, it's about communication and making sure that he's mentally kind of switched on as much as possible.
Right, the title could be won tomorrow.
Got a good result from there.
No, disaster, to be honest. Yeah, it's worst. I prefer to be, on the bench. It's worst because you have to manage. You want to say something, but nobody can hear. So you have to manage a little bit. But as you said, we win the game, and yeah, we are happy.
Can you tell me a bit about how you managed it? Were you passing notes, or was there?
No, I was in contact with the bench. Next to me, there was a member of the coaching staff that sometimes it was, spread the message with the ones on the bench.
And what do you make of the game more generally? I felt like you played your best football for maybe 60 minutes or so for a long time, but maybe the last 30 minutes we were nervous?
Yeah, I think first half we controlled the game, we dominate, we create chances, we didn't concede nothing. And then second half, I think we drop a little bit. It's part of the game because first game with also 20 degrees was a little bit a weird game. But the good thing was that we were strong, nasty enough when we need to be like that. So overall, I think again we deserve to win the game and we are happy.
Kieran, hi Enzo. Can you just explain your relief that Nicholas is finally back among the goals? I mean, he looked relieved himself when celebrating.
Yeah. It's we said many times that we don't have doubt with the ones that for part of the season they struggle a little bit, like Nico, like Cole, like Robert. It's the moment that you have to support them even more. Nico finally found the goal today. Hopefully Cole soon can score goals, but I think Cole's performance today was very good. Sacrifice, he was pressing well. So it's just a matter of time for all of them, and for sure they're going to help us.
You mentioned Robert. When he makes a mistake, he can get absolutely hammered. So credit where it's due. He probably won that match as much as anyone for a couple of the good saves he made.
Yeah, and you can see the teammates, how they celebrate with him also at the end of the game. But you can see that the teammates, the team, they know that for Robert has not been a good moment. And so they try to support him and to help him.
Peter? Hi, Enzo. What did you make of Romeo Lavia's performance today in midfield? I think we could see the difference he made simply playing through the lines.
I spent one entire season with Romeo when I was at under 23 at City, so I know Romeo very well. Romeo is, for us, it's like Reece. They are both top players. The only shame for us is that we need to manage them. We need to protect them. But no doubt that Chelsea with Reece and Romeo, it's a better team.
Is he quite a unique player in terms of his profile in the group?
Yeah, when he's fit, he's one of the best midfielders because he can defend very well, he can attack, he breaks the line, the pass between the line, it's unbelievable. He's very good, and hopefully we can have him until the end of the season.
Malik?
Trevor Chalobah was excellent today. He's had a strange season given he left and came back. I mean, how pleased are you that you had that chance to bring him back in January?
I think Trev, since he's back with us in January, he's doing very, very well. He's playing game, he's helping us, he's defending when he needs to defend, he's also building from the back when we need him, so he's able to do that, and we are very happy with Trev.
You brought him back because you had a few injuries at that time, and a lot of those players are fit again now, but he's still starting ahead of them. Has he played a bigger role than you were expecting?
No. Honestly, no, because I know that he can help us. Unfortunately, Wes Fofana is the other one that is out. But for sure, we were no doubt that Trev was helping us.
Liam?
So it seemed like certainly for the first hour, the team was recognising the right moments to attack a bit quicker, including for the goal where maybe Everton were a bit more open. Is that part of the balance that you're trying to help them find of when to be patient and when to?
Yeah, we're going to be better and better because the players, they're going to understand better and better how to play different games. We said many times that against teams that they press higher, there are more space and we can attack quick. Against teams that they defend low block, it's more difficult, but we need to learn that. And for sure, this is the reason why I said many times that the fans, they have to trust us because this team is going to be better and better. It's a journey. They're going to learn things. And the goal, as you said, the goal also, it's easy to attack quick because it's from goal kick pressing. So in the moment that you recover the ball, the first option is always in front, and was a good goal. Yeah.
Do 2 more questions, Ryan and Rob.
Enzo, obviously after the late goal against Fulham and then to win 1-0 today, what does that say about the mentality of your team? Because you're at the stage of the season now where 3 points is all that matters, no matter how you get them. So to grind out them results, how pleased are you with that mentality?
Very pleased with the mentality. I think the second half against Fulham, the reaction was fantastic. For sure, today also we start the game in the same way. As you said, at this stage of the season, the result is important, is the main thing. But for us, also the way it's important. So we try, I think today we won the game, but for most part of the game, I think was our team on the ball and off the ball. And this is, in this moment, also important for us.
Rob?
With Robert, do you think this could be the moment that turns his Chelsea career around? Because it has been such a difficult few months for him. But this was a match-winning performance today. Do you think this could be the moment that we will look back on as the moment that changed it?
But Robert had already many good moments this season. Just the one that now is Tottenham. If you remember at home, we were winning 1-0. And 90 minutes, he did a great save. So he had good. It's normal that as a human being, you always remember the bad things and not the good things. So about Robert, probably we remember just the mistake, but also he had some very good moment with us. So hopefully he can continue until the end.
Okay.